spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Jaguars will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Just buried it. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. Keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. Get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Romero. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs.
Slide 22. Slide 22. Double right.
Oh, it's a reverse. And he is is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's got it on the move. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And down he goes back at the 3.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more aggressive I'm going to become. I'm going to take away the quick, easy stuff, and I'm going to blitz and bring pressure and put him on the quarterback and get him on the ground like you did right there.
Ready?
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Fair catch called for and made. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Trips left, 1 wide receiver to the right on 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Acker. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, South Alabama.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got a stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's Acker. They're trying to get to it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And the quick shuffle pass.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Jaguars! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Six-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Get all you can, they get down with the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man enough for the 1st. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Here's a 1st down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. A designed run for the quarterback. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to pass it on second down. Pressure coming. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
14.
Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Acker. Shoots it to the left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And third down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
The Jaguars have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Now on 2nd and short. Finds the tight end. The Owls are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Now on 2nd down and short. They'll go to the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. You see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. And that one will give them the lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Ohio State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The running back has it. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out! Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They'll line up for a second down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got the back over the middle. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Trying play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
That is an incredible job by the defense to stop that receiver in particular on that jet sweep. This is one of the fastest guys in college football, period. So for the fact that the defense was able to corral him and get him down and limit him, that was pretty impressive.
On second down, he'll fire. He fires a bullet to the right. Touchdown out! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Acker. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. He's going to take off. At the 45 on his way. Keeps it himself and gets to first. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Getting the 1st down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
A nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job, stopped the play for no gain.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And that's a live ball. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Hard running there. He's into the open down the middle. Running inside the 20.
And that's why you want to get this guy the ball in space, because he is hard to bring down. This defense is finding that out the hard way.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of